What's poppin', peeps? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Peep Lounge, where today we have a one of a kind guest lined up today with his unique style and music has amassed him over 4,000 subscribers on the YouTube. He is a member of the Rumble World Collective in Nerdcore. He is artist. He is manga writer and a former voice actor. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tsuyo.
What's up, bitch? Fuck you! It's still fucking late! This is ingrained into your being! We all finally see you! Nothing but an insecure coward!
This is great. Oh, man. Entrance music, courtesy of the one and only Tsuyo. Tsuyo has requested that entrance music, but Tsuyo, what's poppin'? How are we doing today, good sir?
Man, we're doing good, just chilling, good Saturday, chill Saturday, how I always like it. So, yeah,
It's crazy because it's not even Saturday.
It isn't? Oh, shit. It's Friday. Oh, good Friday. I mean, I totally missed
This is a great start. This is a
great start to the episode, y'all.
This is
I
a
promise
great
I'm not high.
start.
I am
This is
fairly
a
sober
great.
right now.
This is a great ass start. Oh, but Tsuyo, welcome in, man. I appreciate you being here for episode 3 of the motherfucking Peep Lounge. Like I said, absolutely tremendous artist, guys. If you guys haven't, go check him out. Go check him out. Go listen to his entire catalog. Get to know him, and then come back here to tune in and learn the deep, dark secrets of the man that is Tsuyo. I mean, there's not gonna be anything deep and dark, unless you never know. But I'm just kidding. But Tsuyo, like I said, you're an artist. You're a manga writer. And the one thing that I didn't know, because I've known that you were a manga writer for a little bit, but I didn't know that you voice acted. So I can't wait. I can't wait to deep dive into that. We'll get into that a little bit later. We'll start off with we'll start off with the music. What everybody knows you for, right? Because everybody, people who are not familiar with Tsuyo, first off, what the fuck you doing? Like, come on.
Right, what are you doing?
What the fuck you doing, guys? Come on. Like, get your shit together. But everybody who does know you knows you nowadays for your heavy, you're kind of just, you're punchy and you're just like your heavy metal-esque kind of inspiration in your music. So I want to ask you, right? Because you didn't always start out in like the heavy metal. You were kind of more of just like a melodic kind of rapper, right? So how did you get into that like heavy metal kind of rock-esque style of music? Was it something that like, oh, I've always kind of liked rock music? Was it something that was just like, oh, I'm gonna try this and throw one out there, see how it goes? Like, how did you end up making the music currently that you make?
Well, I would definitely say it's a mix of the two that you said, where rock was a big part of my childhood, like Flyleaf, some 3 Days Grace.
Ooh, classic 3 Days Grace goes crazy, bro.
Yes, bro. A lot of just like rock bands. My favorites again being some 3 Days Grace, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Like classic. Some 30 Seconds to Mars, Linkin Park.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Some of the classics.
Yeah, my sister, my oldest sister, her name is Asia. She had kind of got me into that stuff at a young age. I wasn't that into music growing up entirely. But the more my life kind of went on, the more I kind of started to grow an appreciation and love for it that I didn't have previously because of my sister. So I kind of thank her for me getting into all this, because without her, I probably wouldn't be doing the music, because she's actually a poet.
Oh, shit.
She teaches poetry.
Oh, shit.
Actually.
That's dope.
Yeah. She's also on PBS. So, yeah, she does that too.
She's on PBS? Like that
Yeah.
the TV channel PBS?
Yeah.
What is she doing there? I haven't been on PBS, so I don't even know what they do anymore.
Yeah.
But
I'm not there much either, but from what I've seen, she reads poetry that she herself writes, and
oh,
she's
that's
really good at it.
dope, bro. Shout out to
Um,
older Tsuyo's sister, or Tsuyo's older
yeah,
sister. Sorry.
yeah, she's amazing. But
So the
yeah,
talent
just
runs in the family, is what I'm hearing.
yeah, she's also a singer actually too. She can sing as well.
So you, so
She
you,
was doing it way before me.
so you got you. So you saying that, does your family or just like your siblings or whatever, I don't know how many siblings, but are you guys all just like musically inclined, or did you just happen to or you and your older sister just happen to be like the two outliers in the family? Like, does it run in the
We're
family at
kind
all?
of outliers a little bit because she didn't delve completely into music, but she did have the voice for it.
Oh,
Musically, technically, she was a dancer. She
oh,
did play
damn! What
in
the fuck? But
Oh, I was
she's a
also a
poet. She's a
dancer,
oh shit! You
poet,
dance,
singer,
dude?
dancer.
Bust out a move now.
Yeah, I
Bust out a
did.
move right now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Fucking break that. Hey. Hey, put it on TikTok. Put it on fucking TikTok.
Okay, now.
Hey. Sorry, I'm white. I'm allowed to be able to not dance, bro. Like,
Yeah, no,
allow
you're
me,
good, bro.
allow
It's
me,
okay. Don't have
allow
it's
me.
fine.
But
We allow here.
but that's
But
dope, man. I didn't realize you had other kind of like family members where they kind of were. I want to say, because obviously you're more like, because you just said they don't necessarily, or she doesn't necessarily make like music, that she's not into it
music, but
that into it, but she has the talent for
the
it.
talent for it.
I didn't realize that. So it's good to see. It's good to see that. Because I don't know if that, because if I heard correctly, she's the reason that you kind of got into music, correct?
Yeah, she had a lot of really good playlist, and a lot of it had rock in it. I think I can't name the first rock band I really listened to, but I know a big one for her was Flyleaf,
Okay.
and they became a big one for me.
Yep.
Like Again, Sorrow, All Around Me, Cassie. Like I grew up on those songs, and my mom, since she was very Christian based, she didn't really enjoy a lot of other types of music. So
Oh,
we were able to get away with Flyleaf because they were a Christian rock
yeah.
band. So I was
Dude, some
acceptable
Christian rock
in
bands
that
go
way.
crazy, bro. Some of
No,
those shits
right.
go
Flyleaf,
crazy.
Red, like
Absolutely, dude. Classic. I don't know how much they make music nowadays, but Skillet.
oh yeah, Skillet's great. Like they'll never grow old to me.
Oh no, Skillet's
They
one of those timeless classics, bro. 100%.
Monster, Hero, yeah.
And
They
something
got
like they're like Invincible, bro. Like, are feeling invincible, dude. Just
yes.
some fucking bangers. But okay, so we found out how you got into music, and kind of how you dived into like the metal and like the rock type music. But I don't know, unless it's just somewhere in the archives that I just had, like, I couldn't see. But I don't know if you've ever publicly stated, how did you get into like the nerdcore? Like, how did you end up on this side of the YouTube, the community of nerdcore? How did you stumble across this?
Actually, that's kind of a funny story because it really happened by accident. Because I used to be a promoter for underground artists a long time ago on
Oh,
like
really?
SoundCloud.
Oh, damn,
And
that's
yeah, I used
dope.
to be a promoter that also started to make music around the same time.
Mhm.
I used to use Audacity, which is terrible, but I used to do that, and I
Yep.
knew a lot of people from like the underground, just generally from
Yep.
like SoundCloud and whatnot.
Yep.
I had released a couple of songs. I had a different name back then. E-Ghost
E-Ghost.
was my yeah, E-Ghost, emo ghost,
Yeah.
E-Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my original name for my songs. I was
That's
kind of
actually
like
kind of
making
hard though, man. Hashtag bring
yeah,
egos
it's
back.
it is kind of hard. But but basically when I found Nerdcore, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first artist that I saw in the community was either Rustage or Fable,
Of
either
course.
one of those two.
I feel like Rustage is a lot of people's just like that's like their first time. 'Cause I don't know what it is, but it's just like you see like when you're outside the community, right? I feel like it's so easy to stumble across Rustage. I don't because that's how I found.
Rustage is like the easiest person to stumble upon.
Because that's how I found it. Because I got into like the nerdcore, like listening to nerdcore. I didn't like do like reactions and all. Like wasn't like too deep into it until like early 2022. But I started listening because of a Rustage song. Because you know on the bottom of like your Spotify playlist, they'll give you like recommended songs based on the playlist.
Yeah, then that'll pop up.
I don't know how like what comparisons there was, but Rustage's original copy song was in there.
Oh, that's a classic one.
It's a classic, bro. It's a fucking classic. Honestly, I feel like that's because from what I hear, that song was a lot of people's introductions to nerdcore. So I checked that out, and then I remember I saw like the OG Rustage ciphers, like the Shonen Jump ciphers, and then obviously,
actually, that's what I was just about to say. That was the first one I saw,
and I didn't realize there was a whole community. So obviously, those ciphers, they kind of they introduce you to new people. More. So I was just like, oh damn, these people are dope. Because I remember I saw Divide Music, and I was like, oh okay, this person sounds dope. I thought Fable sounded dope. And there was just, and so like it was just like I went down the rabbit hole by clicking on the cipher, and now I can't leave because and for good reason. Like I mean, there's a lot of good people in the scene that make me. But I just feel like Rustage is almost like the catalyst for a lot of people getting into nerdcore. So shout out to Rustage for that. But so you got into the nerdcore, you got into nerdcore, and you found your lane. But then you stumbled across the collective as known as Rumble World with how many members are there now?
About 13.
Damn, that's crazy. But damn, 13, that's crazy, bro. But how did you stumble across? How did you find them, or did they find you?
Technically, I knew about them, and I listened to a lot of their music, like Gods and Savade.
Oh yeah, of course. Two dope artists.
Then, but actually, Gods, he was the one that brought me in the collective. He had DM'd me one day, and he was interested about my music and was like, "Hey, if you're down to join the collective, then we'd love to have you. Just go through like a process, an interview process and everything to kind of get in." And originally we did the process, but they kind of weren't looking for new people around that time. They were more just kind of thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then after that, he had kind of came back and was like, "Hey, if you're still down to be in the collective, we have an open spot for you, and we'd love to have you in." And that's history.
Dope. That's a W, bro. And shout out to Rumble Wolf for putting Tsuyo on, man. Got a fucking that's like a first round draft pick right there, bro. That's a motherfucking first round draft pick. Because if you guys don't know, Tsuyo is one of the artists I would say I enjoy the most in the scene, just because I feel like Tsuyo, you bring something unique like into the scene that not a lot of people have seen before. Like there's people, obviously there's your people who do rock music, and there's people who do like the heavier stuff, right? But I feel like you put like a different flavor onto it almost, and it's almost just like every song is just like almost like a breath of fresh air almost, and that's what I enjoy. And this is no shots taken at anybody. Like I said, we preach positivity and love and respect to everybody, but a lot of the times people can kind of sound a little samey after a little bit, right? They get a little comfortable in the little pocket that they get in. But I feel like you're always pushing yourself. You're always pushing the envelope, trying things out. Like I'll be listening to songs, or like I'll be like, "Oh, yo, that's new. I've never heard that before." Oh, because I know just before we went and recorded, we were talking about your upcoming song with Red Rob for your Has Been Hotel track. Go stream it when it comes out. But it's just like one of those things that I commented is like just seeing you guys together. It was something that I never thought that it was just like in a million years that would work.
Yeah, that would happen.
Yeah, and that would happen, right? Because I just feel like you and Rob are two totally different ends of the spectrum. And I have full confidence that you made it work. But it's just one of those things. It's like when I saw it, I was like, okay, so he's mixing up. He's getting somebody like a little bit different, whatever. So I'm excited to see what you got cooked up, for that. But I just feel like that's why you're personally one of my favorites and to keep up with and to listen to, just because it's always just like you're always trying to mix things up, and you're always trying things. And as an artist,
always,
sorry,
I believe. Oh no, you're all right.
No, you can go.
I as an artist, I've always believed that you always need to be pushing the envelope no matter what.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you're trying to like find your sound, so you kind of settle somewhere to kind of see where that takes you, and that's all fine and well. But I've always believed that as an artist, if you push yourself more and more and more, you improve faster and faster and faster. And the thing that I always tell everyone is to study music if you're getting into it, because when you listen to music, that is proactively improving your sound at the same time.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't have gotten as good at the rock and metal stuff, or like as decent at it, if it wasn't for listening to so much of it and retaining a lot of the information. Because I went from like Linkin Park to like Slipknot, and new metal stuff, more rap metal stuff, and then I got even further into it. One of my favorite bands, Incubus.
I've heard of them.
Brandon Boyd.
I feel like they're
amazing. If you've heard Drive,
I was gonna say I've heard the name. I might have heard one or two songs, but I might not have just known it was them. But the name definitely sounds familiar. My dad listens to a lot of like heavier rock and metal music, so I feel like a lot of what I know about that, like the heavier style of music, is from him. And for some reason, I feel like I heard him bring him up at one point, and we'd listen to some. I can't remember though. That was like a couple years ago, and I barely remember what happened yesterday. Yeah. But
I just love Incubus. Actually, Brandon Boyd, the lead singer, he's like one of my biggest inspirations for the way I sing.
Dude. Hell yeah, dude.
So a lot of the stuff that I do on my songs, the way I sing, my vibrato especially, and some of the way that I kind of just like articulate while I sing, is from Brandon Boyd. And I took a lot from him when listening to Morning View, which is one of my favorite albums ever.
Hell yeah.
There was that. I think another big one. Now, this is a whole story in itself. So as I feel like a lot of people know that I indulge. Yeah. Indulge, if that makes sense. And
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
And me and my sister were indulging together, me and my older sister. And we had went to this store in my home state called Second and Charles. I'm pretty sure it's other places in America, but I bought some CDs there, and one CD that I didn't expect to like as much, because I heard the cover, because this band did a Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal.
Oh,
cover,
damn, that's crazy. Ooh, I feel like that would go crazy.
It's an insane song. Like, they even got the cosign from MJ himself when it came.
Oh,
out.
Really? Oh, damn, they got the MJ cosign? Damn.
Yeah, and the song is fucking crazy. So I was like, okay, let's see what like the whole, I guess, album feels like. I can actually show. I have the album on CD.
For the kids at home, CDs are these little discs that you would put like in players or disc drives, and that's where we stored all like music or movies. We didn't have streaming. We didn't have none of that back in the day. So we had CDs. Because if you remember, do you remember ever having? Actually, you're kind of young, so I can't imagine. But like burning music onto CDs.
Yeah, I used to do that.
So for the kids at home who don't know what CDs are, now you know. There was times where we didn't have the Spotify's, we didn't have the Apple Musics, we didn't have none of that. We had to wait for the CD to drop, and we had to get the CD if you wanted to listen to the new album.
LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire, yeah. Shout out to LimeWire, yeah.
I get the wrong song sometimes, but it's okay.
I remember, you know those old like booklets of like you like empty CD sleeves or whatever you could fill with CDs. I remember my family would had like a booklet of those, and it was just filled with burnt CDs of music, and it was literally just like like we wrote on the sleeve, just like, oh, this was this album, or there's this music on here or whatever. So everything was like labeled. It was just all just blank CDs, whatever, with music burned on them. Bro, those were the good old days, man. Shout out to
Oh yeah, no, I had a lot of those, so I can remember. I can definitely attest to that. But the album that I was referring to here, Anthology by Alien Ant Farm. This is one of my favorite albums.
Oh, that's a dope ass album. That is a dope ass fucking album cover. Hold up.
Yeah. This is the actual CD itself in the inside.
Oh, that's fucking dope as shit. What's the name?
I remember listening.
Is Alien? What is it? Alien Ant Farm? You said? Was that the name of the album or the group?
The band.
Okay.
The band is called Alien Ant Farm, and the album is called Anthology. Get it, Ant.
Oh my god. Okay, interview over. Now I'm good.
But yeah, this album, I heard it while I was completely in space.
When he was indulging. When he was indulging. Yeah.
And I just like was mesmerized by the guitars and the drums, and especially the lead singer.
Yep.
When I heard it, I was like, I would like to make music like this. And this was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got this copy during Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then another album I got during that same time was Disturbed, The Sickness.
That's a fucking classic, bro.
Classic, yes.
Fucking classic. Dude, it's been such a long time since I've heard anything off that album, but that album's such a fucking classic, bro.
It is a classic, and I had to get these. I also have the Slim Shady LP. And,
also another
Abbey
classic
Road from the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles? What? Dude, don't be bringing up the Beatles, man. 95% of the people here, they might not even know who the Beatles are, man. You gotta.
Who the Beatles are?
Easy, but easy, buddy. Yeah. Easy. I'm kidding.
Easy on it. But it's just the more I just listened to songs like that, it just kind of just expanded my repertoire.
Yeah.
Or however you say that word.
The repertoire of
music.
So you listen. Overall. So you. Like, obviously, you listen to a lot of, like, the rock music, the heavy. So, but by the sounds of it, you listen to just about anything. Like, you listen to almost everything.
This year, I had 86 different genres listened to last year.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, just last year, not even counting years.
Was country music one of them?
No.
Thank God. Thank fucking God.
I can't listen to country.
I'm the same one. I'm the same one.
That's the one exception for me. I think the only country that I could, like, tolerate is Tracy Chapman, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
or Garth Brooks.
I think
like that's like
Garth Brooks is a classic, but it's my I want to say hatred for country music. My dislike for country music just comes from where I'm at in the world. Country music is very prevalent. And it's just like you can't go into a store, you can't turn on a radio. By the way, whoever the fuck is still listening to radio in 2024 with no aux, whatever, playing your own music, you're crazy. But you can't turn on the radio. You can't go in there without hearing some sort of country music. And for some reason, like all the stores and all the places, like it's just like this. It's like they're all in sync. They only play like the same fucking like 5 songs, like on repeat. And I used to work some Dean Lore for everybody. I used to work at I used to work in a gas station. And over like the PA system, there would be music playing, right? I like for a normal like 8-hour shift, right? Like I said, it was like the same 5 to 6 songs on repeat. If you listen to the same 5 to 6 songs on repeat for 8 hours a day, multiple times a week, bro, you will literally lose your goddamn mind. Like it's
3 months.
But it's also it fucking sucks too, because at the same time it plays so much that you can't help but just sing along to it, because like you've heard it so many times, you picked up on the lyrics, so you're just saying,
yeah, like you picked up on it already.
So it's just like I hate this, but I have to like put up. So that's why my dislike of country music came from. No disrespect to the people who enjoy country music out there. There's probably some hidden gems in the country scene, but it's so overplayed where I'm at, where I'm just like, dude, I'm so fucking over it, dude. I'm so fucking over.
Like,
but
man, I can't do this.
Other than that, I'm like the same way. Like I listen to a lot of people, Like my playlist, I could be listening to Mariah Carey to start off with, but and then next thing you know, it's Ice Cube, and then it's Tsuyo, and then it's fucking like Sleep Token. Shout out to my lady
Oh,
for
Sleep
putting me on.
Token.
Shout out to my lady for putting me on.
She's the goat. Sleep Token is goated. Like will forever be goated.
Yeah,
The summoning, so
absolutely.
cold.
Oh, what was
Yeah.
that? Oh, what there was a song that what was the first song? Because there was the song that she put me on first. It started with an Alkaline. That was the first song that I heard of theirs. I was like, damn, okay, these guys got a nice with it. Okay. So shout out.
Yeah, nah, it's such a good band.
Shout out to the lady, but yeah, so like I'm like all over the place. So it's just like I listen to about everything, bro. I need to get into the Beatles. Now that you mentioned, I've heard the Beatles, whatever, but now I'm in like a Beatles mood. I want to play some motherfucking Beatles.
They're really good, really good.
But okay, so we got into a little bit of your start in music and nerdcore. Kind of went over. Actually, no, hold on. I want to bring up one more thing, right? Because I've always wanted to ask this, but I always forget. And I know if I don't ask this now, I'm just gonna forget again. But whenever you like when you're recording for your tracks, right? How does especially the thing that brought this up was when listening to your most recent song, Creature, Sakuna song, streaming now on all platforms. Go run it up for the boy Tsuyo. The screaming vocals. How does that not fuck up your voice?
Okay, see, I get that question a lot because
Yeah.
you would think the fact that I'm doing that so much, you're like, how are you getting through by that? But it actually doesn't hurt at all.
Wait, really? I feel like that would do numbers on your throat.
Oh no, I actually recorded the hook and the screaming parts in the same day.
Damn, that's crazy. Cause I see people like Fable and Divide putting on like fucking like breathing like or some sort of
those masks.
Yeah, those masks, whatever. It's like, damn, these motherfuckers really fucking putting in the work on their fucking. So I was just
remedy that I could say is like just tea. I use some like throat coat tea.
Oh, gotcha.
With some herbs in it.
So you're one of those ones where it's just like you can do it and it doesn't like necessarily affect you as much. That's crazy.
There's also a technique to it because just regular scream, like if you were to just scream, like you know, it's not gonna work as well. But the technique, as a singer, this also applies to just regular singing. Diaphragmatic breathing is probably like the biggest like thing that a person would need for recording.
Yeah.
Because it just like that will amplify your performance depending on your breath control. Like if I wanted to hit a low, I'm not sure if my mic would pick this up. But it says from like kind of like a low, like how I did on the Sakuna song, like
yeah.
You would kind of like so think of like a dog bark.
Oh,
that's kind of like the bass sound.
Yeah.
For like a false chord scream, like roof roof or some shit. Not like that. That's like
somebody clip it. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
Like a way harder rough and it can like
so somebody clip the bark.
Actual like harder rough than that. Don't do that. That's
hashtag Tsuyo bark for me. Trending worldwide now right now. Come on, let's get
it's gonna be terrible when this comes out. But,
but
yeah, just like the basis is like a bark, or to make it kind of easier, you know how like say like you're tired or something, you're like a sigh, but like a real like a really, like evaporated
like, so almost like a guttural kind of just like sigh.
Like you're like annoyed. Yeah,
like almost like a demon. It's like almost like a demonic like exhale almost.
Yeah, and then you would kind of breathe in from your stomach and make sure like your shoulders are not tense or anything. They're very loose.
So there's a lot more that goes into it than just like getting in there and just like screaming and doing like those raspy vocals.
I used to do that, but that messed up my voice multiple times, so I had to actually get vocal coaching to learn a bit more about it and just overall just singing. Because when I learned, I started off with false chords. A lot of people would start off with like the more fry-ish type of screams that
Oh,
you'd hear in like a Pierce the Veil song or
yeah,
something.
yep.
But for me, I just kind of gravitated towards the false chords because a lot of the heavier artists I would listen to would do false chord screams because they'd be very like low and heavy and very, just like oh and shit. Like it'd just be going fucking crazy. And I'd be like, I want to do that one day. And I've only been doing the vocals for a year,
Oh,
so
that's
I was able to learn
dude.
basic
That's
false
crazy.
chording in a year.
Because I know if I would try to do that, bro, I'd be able to do it once, and then my throat would be out of commission for like out of context is gonna sound really weird, but my throat would be out of commission. My throat would be out of commission for at least 13 weeks. For at least, I just feel like, and like I said, with you, I didn't realize there was almost like a science to it.
Yeah.
Like when you do it, whatever. So I guess that if you learn all that stuff and after some time, whatever, because like I said, you've been in this like rock and metal bake for a little bit now, so like you're almost like you've been used to doing this kind of stuff, whatever. So obviously it improves over time, but also all the stuff that you've practiced and you've learned from vocal coaching and all that stuff. I just was out here thinking that it was just like, dude, that motherfucker, after every time he records, man, that motherfucker be doing some treatments, like the throat coat. I figured like some throat coat was needed or some shit. But nah, dude, I'm actually surprised.
I do that before I even record. Is I drink a glass of tea before I record.
Dude, I can't do tea, bro. I
hate
hate tea.
If you put honey in it, then for me at least, it'll works better that way instead of just like raw just drinking tea. That's gross. But I just put some honey in it. There's some herbs already in the tea, so I can just drink the tea like that, and then it's good for my throat. It helps when I'm singing or doing anything because the rock stuff, the harder part for me, and I've had to learn this over time, was that my range as a singer, I was a tenor 1, so that's the highest range for a boy.
Okay.
Around my choir days, and I had to learn how to not immediately flip over to my head voice for specific notes, because in rock music a big appeal is higher and more just like higher range notes is a very big thing with rock clean vocals. So learning that has been a struggle, but it's been very fun, and my voice has immensely improved since doing this style of music. I've just been like learning a lot more about me and my voice and what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and it's been a long journey of like 5 years, vocally at least. Musically, I've only been doing this for like 2 or 3 years now. But for vocals, I've been doing it for 5 with choir. I specifically joined choir for the reason of making music one day. So
see, and that's dope. That's dope. That's fucking dope. Because it's crazy. Because most people, a lot of these people, in the scene, whatever. I didn't like. Obviously, it would make sense, but I don't know. So I don't know why I didn't put it together. But like in school and like shit like that. Like they had a lot more like singing, like background. Like they did choir. They might have done some like musical theater at some point. Shout out Rob, you fucking theater kid.
Red Rob.
Yeah, shout out to Red Rob being a fucking theater kid, you fucking nerd.
Nerd.
But, yeah, you fucking nerd. But and it's almost weird because it's just like someone like you, for example. Like I can see Rob being a nerd 100%, but you, it's just like I can't picture you being like somebody who was in choir. Like for some, I don't know what it is. I just feel like you stick out, and I know like obviously. Like and like you didn't necessarily have like a plan, or like you didn't you didn't think like, oh, I'm gonna get into like this rock like heavy screaming like like you didn't have. So it's just like that's the image that I have of you, is kind of like, so just seeing that portrayed in a choir is just like, it's just it's I feel like it just makes you stand out. So I can't imagine like seeing you sit in a choir and harmonizing and doing all this stuff. Dude, that's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was in the elite choir too. So
what is the elite choir? Or is it just like the upper echelon, like
Yeah,
the upper
upper
echelon.
echelon of choir,
Yeah,
like the advanced basically. I was in there, so knew how to sight read stuff like that.
that's dope. That's
All
dope.
that in the
But
and yeah, it just kind of looked like just I gained a lot of experience. It was very hard. My director, Love Him to Death, he pushed the hell out of me, to a point where sometimes I'd have days where my voice didn't even work, and my voice would like hurt,
yeah.
but like it was for a good reason. And yeah, we're actually the only class in the history of that high school that I used to go to get all 3 trophies for UIL. We're the only class
What
that
do you
did
mean?
that.
What do you mean by three trophies? What is he
So there's boys, girls, and then mixed, which is
like?
both.
Yeah.
And we got all 3. So that
Oh
means we got all
shit.
ones. So perfect score, everyone.
See, that's dope because unless I'm mistaken, because we had like quite like even though like I'm on like a way smaller of a scale, like my graduating class was like 80 people. Uh, so like I'm like, but I know we had like a choir and all that, but I don't remember there ever being like competitions. Like I know they would just do like
UIL.
choir concerts and stuff like that, but I never knew that there was like choir like competitions or
Yeah,
like competitive.
We did a
almost.
lot of them around my last year. We did a lot of them. We went to Houston and all. We also won one in Houston too.
Yep.
So we did multiple that year, and we won them all. So it
That's
was
dope,
really
man.
great.
Obviously,
get to
you
avenge-
carried. Obviously, you carried, but
There's actually way better people than me in there.
it's like, yeah, I had Taylor Swift in my graduating class, and I kind of showed her up, so
Yeah, so
it's alright. It's no big deal.
it's alright.
But
No big deal.
so we discussed, like I said, your upbringing in music, how you got into nerdcore, the Rumble world, how you found the style of music that you're doing now. So I wanna dive into the other aspects, the lesser known aspects
Okay.
of Tsuyo. So with that being said, I should have brought this up at the beginning, but I heard from a little bird. I'm not gonna name names. I just heard from a little bird that you are absolutely dog shit at Lethal Company.
Okay. Let's clear the rumors. Okay, so number 1, if you're playing Lethal without a flashlight, best be prepared to know where you're jumping. Because here's what I see. Okay, right. In Lethal Company, if you're playing this game, it is pitch black darkness. Okay, if you have a flashlight, not really. If you do,
Yeah.
cool. But I remember this happening in a game where there's this like, what's it? Not rail. I guess it's kind of a rail.
I was with you. I was with you because I remember we all gave you shit afterwards.
Saw this and I couldn't see it because it was just pitch black darkness. So I'm like, okay, I have to basically find where I'm gonna jump, and if I miss it, then I just die.
Yeah.
And then I just died because I missed it like I pretty much thought I was gonna miss it, and then I did it a second time because I also couldn't see it again. But when I got the flashlight, I actually made the jump multiple times. So I was like, okay, so I guess
Hey, I'm just pointing out. It just seemed like you were often more dead than you were alive. So I'm just
alive in those games. For sure.
I'm
I got
just
the hang of it now.
when he could
for
get
sure.
into the game because that motherfucker can't load into a lethal can't load into a Lethal Company game to save his life.
There were like 30 mods in there. It's up for me, man. It's not happening with 30 mods. Now like 10, 15, maybe 20, cool. But like if it's like 50 mods in one game, I'm not gonna be able to join that game.
But for real, he's absolutely dog shit at Lethal Company. So for anybody out there, if people still play Lethal Company and you invite Tsuyo, just be forewarned that this motherfucker could be absolutely fucking dookie water. Because everybody knows, just turn the brightness up if you can't see, bro. Like,
yeah, I did that later on, and it did help. So,
like, motherfucker, I navigated that entire place with no flashlights, bro, because I cheated and I just turned my brightness all the way up. But anyways, jokes aside, let's deep dive into the actual unknown side of Mr. Tsuyo official. Follow his Twitter. But some I don't know how well known it is. I know it's kind of on the back burner because everybody, like I said, everybody knows you for the music, for you being an artist. But you also, and I know you brought this up a couple of times in a call with me. We just be hanging out, but you're also a manga writer.
Indeed, I am.
And that's crazy because not only it's just, and if I'm not mistaken, you had like a one shot published. If I'm not mistaken,
I did. It hit like 15K view wise. It was pretty cool.
You gotta send that to me, by the way. I gotta read it.
I do need to. I will 100% send you that. It was a boxing one shot.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Oh, I can't wait to check it out. But
my friend Kagami, I've known him for years now, since 2018. I've known him and I've seen him improve his art, and I also draw as well. That's another thing.
Oh shit, you
so
draw too?
That was before. Actually, no, I was a very passionate like artist before I became a musical artist. So before I ever did music, I was always drawing. I have
oh shit, I didn't know that.
Giant, yeah, I have a giant drawing tablet in my
Oh, that's fucking dope as shit. So I can't remember if you mentioned. Did you illustrate your own panels?
I actually have.
Okay.
I have some older samples I could probably show later on.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to do art a lot more back then. Now, since the music kind of took over.
Oh yeah, 100%, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, we had made that one shot because me and him really enjoy sports manga. Another thing about me, I guess, is kind of I'm a big manga reader.
Same.
I've read about 800 plus.
If anybody knows anything about me and my old setup, right? They would see a giant. I collect manga. Back in my old setup. My old setup, I would have shelves in the background just filled with manga, like light novels, just pretty much anything of the sorts, right? I think I'm still collecting. I've kind of stopped because everything's like in like a locker right now because there's no space for it here until I move out. So I've kind of like stopped, but I think currently I'm at like, I want to say at least like 600-700 volumes deep on the collection. I have like 2 giant bookshelves, one like half bookshelf. Dude, it's fun. Dude, I'll never forget my first ever like physical manga that I ever bought was Tokyo Ghoul. I remember when I first got into anime and people were telling me like, oh, because when I first got into it, I didn't realize they had like a manga like source material, like it was like the source material. So everybody's just like, when I kept hearing people bring up manga or whatever, and you got to read the manga, blah blah blah. I was like, bro, I'm not fucking in high school anymore, bro. I'm not gonna fucking read, bro. Like get the shit out of my face, bro. But I'm so glad. I can't remember what the first thing of manga that I read was. But I'm so glad I did, because now it's just like I'm in this rabbit hole of just like, now I'm like, I want to read all these other ones, and I have a really bad habit. If you ever like get an up close like look at my manga collection, you'll see a lot of partials. Like there's hardly ever any completed like manga series like in my collection. That's just because like I'll pick something up because I thought it looked cool. I'll start it. I'll get the couple more, and then my ADHD is just like, okay, I need to find something else now. So it's just like I've started so many that I've just not finished. So I need to like dedicate some time to just like go back and finish what I have before I start investing in new ones. But do manga itself, bro, I fucking love it, bro. Honestly, I feel like that's my favorite way to intake like manga, like the manga Japan, like anime or whatever. I feel like that's my favorite way to intake it. But I didn't like when I found out that you were a manga writer. I was kind of shocked because at first, I'm no disrespect, you don't look like the type of person that would write mangas, right? And like I said, no disrespect.
Of course, no. That's I get that a lot.
I'm curious, like how did that come to be? How did you get into writing manga? Like, what was your inspiration? What got you into it?
So this is gonna be some very deep spoiler because a lot goes into this. Because like this was a huge phase of my life.
Oh, okay. Sounds
Like
good.
I'll never forget. But starting like fifth grade,
Oh, damn.
this is a very vivid story for me,
Yeah.
and like I'll never forget this. So there was this manga slash anime shop in the corner of this King Supers. It's a store.
Yeah.
And the store was closing down because not a lot of people were going to it because like around this time anime wasn't very well liked
Yeah.
in the West, and
It
a lot
wasn't
of
like
people
as
were like,
mainstream.
yeah, like, oh, you watch anime, you're gross type shit.
Yeah.
So, I remember I walking, me and my mom, and I see on the shelf a bunch of the English, specifically the English ones, the English Shonen Jump issues from like the
Oh.
2000s,
Yep.
and I remember, they were on sale for like literally like a couple of cents. So my mom
Oh,
was like, "Okay,
damn.
we can like, yeah." He was trying to get everything out that store.
Oh, damn. That's a
So
fucking
he let
steal.
me. It was. I had gotten two volumes. One was a Yu-Gi-Oh volume, and one was a One Piece volume.
Oh, W's.
And
Was it OG Yu-Gi-Oh? Like the OG, like
yeah,
okay, okay.
OG,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
before the card game. So those chapters before, where he was kind of like playing games with the people
Oh,
he was
oh,
like,
oh, that's the
yeah,
oh OG. Oh shit.
yeah, the OG. So it was like that Yu-Gi-Oh before the card game. And the first page of manga that I ever read was Yugi versus Kaiba.
Oh,
It
that's
was
a
their first ever.
fucking
Yeah,
W, bro. Legendary.
that was when the card game was introduced in the manga, and that's when I'm pretty sure from what I heard from the stories about the serialization of Yu-Gi-Oh, there were so many requests for the card game to show back up that it slowly became about the card game and less about him just playing a bunch of random games
Yeah,
because originally that's what it was about.
yeah.
um and I just remember being like so mesmerized and so amazed. That also started my, excuse me, my love for card games, which I had. That's a whole other thing in itself because I'm a very big card game guy. But so
Like card game? Do you mean like Yu-Gi-Oh and like
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon,
Pokemon?
Magic,
Oh, you're into Magic
Cardfight
too?
Vanguard. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So, dude, this motherfucker Tsuyo, bro, is into some very expensive hobbies, bro. I could never.
Yeah, I haven't been collecting any cards recently, but I do plan to get back into playing Magic here soon. But
Magic is a W. I've always wanted to get into Magic.
it's great. It's an amazing game. Definitely a bit hard to learn at times,
Yeah,
but it is
and that's
very
the thing that
fun.
cause like I feel like the learning curve, like when you go into it, whatever. There's just so much, like it's just to
Yeah, so
intake
much
that it's
stuff.
overwhelming.
My favorite card game is Cardfight Vanguard though. But
I can't say I've heard of that one.
it's a Bushy Road card game. Like they have Cardfight Vanguard, they got Buddy Fight, Weiss Schwartz, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But that's card games. Aside from that though,
Aside from the fact,
I
getting off track here.
ended up just like basically reading the ever living shit out of those same two volumes, and actually that the One Piece volume, because of course it's Shonen Jump, so there's like
Yeah.
multiple chapters of manga in one.
Yep.
Not only did I get exposed to Naruto around that time, but I also got
W.
exposed to my favorite all time like series that I love to death, and I always talk about it, Shaman King. That was my
I've
first
heard of it. I
introduction to
need
Shaman
to
King.
get into that, bro. I need to get into Shaman King, bro. I've
Shaman
heard a
King
lot of
is
good things about it.
amazing.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Actually, my original YouTube banner for Tsuyo was Shaman King related.
Oh,
Um
damn, that's dope.
and yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I just got really inspired to start writing and creating stories.
Yep.
And my philosophy was always to like change the world by making a story that people could relate to. And that's what I also do in
That's
my
a
music. So
W
I brought
ideology,
that
bro.
over.
That's a W ideology.
Yeah, I I feel like when I got more into it, because I think seventh grade was when it really got crazy, because that's when I started to get more into like the lore of Shonen Jump, Shonen Sunday, the publishers, serializations, the dates of when things were published.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite series, this is more of a generic one, but Black Clover.
Oh,
I
yep.
can legit tell you the day it came out, literally February 25th, 2015. Exact day it came out in Jump in the magazine.
That's
I
crazy, bro.
believe. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was the 25th. And I even I remember the exact time that I read it, which was at 3 o'clock,
Yep.
3:30 p.m., which was after school, and I saw the
What the
issue
fuck? That's
on my phone.
this motherfucker's
Yeah,
like photographic memory. That's crazy.
Exact day, exact time when I read it. I just remember being in love with that, and I think just overall around my middle school years was like really when the manga stuff took off
So
for
you
me. 'Cause,
started at a really young, like, I didn't realize
yeah,
it went this far back. I thought you were just gonna
it
be
went
like
that far.
four, actually I guess 4 to 5 years for you is like you were like 10 at the time. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it's just I didn't realize because I think you started out like this ultimately started in 5th grade. That's crazy because I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of kids they ain't focused on none of that shit, bro. So it's just like,
at all.
and so that's crazy that you were so like into it, and then you like you said by 7th grade, you kind of it's almost
Yeah,
like you did a lot of research
I was
like
too
into it,
far in.
and it's just like that's
Yeah,
crazy because most
it got
people
to the point where I could like recall the entire history of Shonen Jump. I can still do it.
see most kids
From like
then are they're like it's just like they
from
don't
the
give a fuck about.
70s to now.
That's crazy, bro.
I
So
can recall it
that
because
mindset is
I've
different.
read. I actually it got to the point where I was so dedicated because there was this one video I watched where it would like kind of recall
Mhm.
which Jump manga sold the most out of like 100 or a whole like 150. And I remember I saw that and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna at least read 50 to 100 chapters of all 150 of these manga, and I actually did it.
That's
So
crazy.
I read back from like Barefoot Gen, the Beelzebub, like classics like that,
Yeah,
MXO, Eyes, um there's a lot I could name. Strawberry 100% or Ichigo 100%. That's a favorite of mine for multiple reasons.
yeah.
Um it's kind of etchy, and
And we
that was
love
my
the etchy
first
shit
etchy
around here.
series.
We're a bunch of degenerates
Yeah,
over here.
very much my first etchy. I haven't watched it in forever, so I'm not sure how it would hold up now. Rosario Vampire. I'm not sure if that was in the main Jump mag. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in the main Jump magazine, but in a subsidiary magazine
Yep.
aside from Jump, because they also have that. Like you have Ultra Jump, which they publish JoJo, or they did publish JoJo
Oh, yep.
up until uh part 8 or the current part, JoJo Lands, where they have their own separate magazine just for JoJo, and
Oh,
that gets published.
damn, that's crazy. JoJo had its own like fucking magazine. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's where it's currently published. It's like its own just magazine, just for JoJo. Um, but I just like would love the history of it. I'd always research it. A lot of the music I have saved on on my Spotify and stuff is from like old Jump series.
Hmm.
Um, like uh Maki Bao or Maki, yeah, Maki Bao. It's about this cow. It's just about a cow, and
That's
like
crazy.
it's really stupid, and it's an older gag manga series, but the ending theme is in my Spotify, and like if you would have seen the name or like seen the group, you would have been like, who is Men's Five? Like I know to a point where I'll know like opening and ending theme songs
Yep.
of specific anime just by hearing it like a second
Dude,
of
that's
it.
crazy.
And if
What I'm learning is that you remember and intake a lot of information, and it just like
yeah,
sticks with you. Like legitimately,
it's
like I have a hard time remembering jack shit. Right, so hearing you like spew off stuff is like, oh yeah, back like 3 years ago to this day, like I read, dude, that's crazy, bro. That's fucking wild,
yeah,
and it's just
and that
like
just started my love for it
that.
so much. It got to the point where I literally my I'll never forget this, my English teacher in 7th grade, she let me present a slide about manga and anime
Oh,
to
that
every
W
single
teacher.
class. She supported it because she knew how much I cared about it.
That's a
To a point where
WS
she let
teacher.
me
Shout
share
out
it
to whoever that teacher is out there.
all. Miss Wisner,
Miss
yo, I
Wisner,
would never see this, but
no. Everybody
man.
tag Miss Wisner in the comments, bro. Let's make her see.
yeah, tag Miss Wisner in the comments. Let her know, but like she let me share that to every class that day, all 8 periods.
Yeah.
I got to share that too.
That's
And
wild.
she took out class time for me to do that, and it was like a good 11 slides that I had to go through to explain everything. And it got to the point where the next day, I went to go to the library to pick up some manga just to read during class, and I looked
Wait,
I
your
asked
school
the
library had
librarian,
manga?
yeah.
What? I fucking wish my library had manga, bro.
That Dragon Ball, Naruto,
I'm fucking heated, bro.
Mount Siren.
I live in the
That
wrong part of the
fucking
world, bro. I
manga.
live in the fucking wrong part of the world, bro. I
Yeah.
swear to God, I fucking hate it
You
here.
know, we were blessed with that, but I remember going to the librarian and asking for some manga. She said actually, because she had heard about the slide I did, and she was like, actually, your slide had gotten everyone so intrigued to the point where there is no more manga on the shelves because of you.
Damn,
You got
that's
everyone to
crazy.
pick
The
up.
influence is crazy.
And I remember I had kids like walk up to me that day and they were like, "Hey man, I just read this book or manga called Naruto, and it's so weird because the way you read it is backwards.
Yep.
It's not in the same form
Format. Yep.
And like they were so intrigued by it, and like I actually surprisingly got some street cred off that somehow because of like people got so interested in it to where I'd begin to ask.
I can just imagine Tsuyo. Just he pulls up in one of those fucking trench coats and he just whips it open. It's like, what are you looking for?
I got the goods.
I got the goods. What are you looking for? You looking for this? Like he was like one. He was one.
Naruto, you looking for Tyrant?
Like I got something there. I got something for everybody, man. What you looking for? He was like the manga dealer on the block.
It just got to the point where just like I just got so into it to where I wanted to do it myself. I got my first comic published in a magazine when I was 13.
That's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, I actually still have the issue. It's really bad, but I was able to actually get in contact with the publisher at the time when I was 13. I didn't have anyone help me do this. I did this all on my own, and I managed to get in to this publisher and get a chapter of this weird comic I made. I don't remember the exact contents of it, but I just remember being so happy because I'm like, I really did this at 13.
Oh, absolutely.
And I did. I used to since like again, I used to be an artist. I would draw a lot, and I was very inspired by anime and just the contents of it. Before that, because like I had done a lot of side ventures, like game development was one.
That's crazy.
I kind of know how to code a little bit, not too much, but I had a lot of side ventures in that too, in that time frame, like YouTube. Another really deep piece of Tsuyo lore. I was a plush tuber for a minute.
Wait, what's a plush tuber?
You know, like Super Mario Logan.
It doesn't ring a bell.
It's like puppet videos.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I had a kind of a platform in that for a
Wait,
minute.
really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of side ventures. The manga was a big one, probably the biggest one for me before the music came into play, because the music came around quarantine, and that's when I officially got into making music, was when I had the time, because it was like, we're not doing anything. I
feel like the quarantine helped out a lot of people, especially in this space, because it gave people the time, the time that they maybe not necessarily had because of life, people having jobs and just focusing on their life, so they didn't necessarily have time to make the music. So I feel like a lot of people really found their stride from the quarantine forward, because they found success, because obviously everybody was at home for the quarantine, whatever. They had nothing better to do with their time.
Better to do.
Yeah, so
recording.
shout out to the quarantine. Shout out to all the people who put that work in during quarantine, like yourself or whatever. And is still killing it to this day. Because a lot of like I said, a lot of people like they've probably been making music for a while, but I feel like a lot of people really got their stride around the quarantine time. Yeah. But so. Fuck! Oh no! I think I just blanked. Oh no! I was about to ask you something. I just blanked. I wanted to say, dude. So what I'm finding out, like I already kind of knew this beforehand, but you talking just now, it's crazy. Because then this is why you got my utmost respect. Because like you've been grinding at just things for such a long time. Like, you know, like I mentioned earlier, like in 5th grade, like 5th to 7th grade, whatever, like you were learning the manga scene, whatever. You like you said, you knew all about all the publishers and serializations and stuff and
not
all
even
that
just
shit.
That just like business stuff as a whole.
Exactly.
I remember I did this thing. This actually had to literally get shut down at my school because it got so big. I had did this weird. Again, 5th grade, by the way, we're all stupid children.
Yeah,
but,
and that's crazy.
I did this little company thing called the LOL Corporation, where we used to basically like send memes to a bunch of the kids in my elementary school, and they would basically pay us to find new memes. I made actual money from
There's
that.
no
like
fucking way. People are paying for memes, bro.
For me to find new memes.
Is there genuinely people that are so unfunny out there that they have to pay somebody to find their content? That's crazy.
Memes. And it even got to the point where during class, we put the desk together like a line, kind of like, you know, like a meeting kind of.
Oh yeah, yep.
You would see. I had people working for me.
Oh,
they weren't even
this motherfucker was a mogul empire in the fucking 5th grade. That's crazy.
In the 5th grade, it had to get shut down because it got to the point where we had teachers asking us to find memes.
Wait, what?
Yes, teachers were.
Why the fuck
asking me?
What the fuck the teachers know about memes?
It got to the point where they were kind of asking us to kind of like help them out on projects and stuff for the kids. So we would help them with like slides or whatever, and they would actually pay us like a quick little $5 or $10
at the time, man. A quick $5 to $10, bro. That was gold.
That was great for us.
That was gold.
That was gold.
That's
you know,
if I got $10 as a kid, bro, like, dude, I thought I was a fucking billionaire with $10 back in the day, bro. So, dude, that's crazy, and that's why
I just remember it.
You've been successful. You've been successful in so many different like ventures, right? Like I said, you're a manga artist. Obviously, you're a successful artist. Criminally underrated too, by the way. I want to point that out. You do have a lot of eyes, but it's still not fucking enough. It's just like you got my utmost respect because it seems like when you're like really dedicated to something, whatever it might be at the time. Because I'm the same way. I've had I've done and learned a lot of different things, but that's mainly because my ADHD. It's just like I want to learn something, and then once I learn it, okay, I'm like, okay, I learned this. Now what's the next thing I can do? So it's just like I know like miscellaneous like I know how to do origami. It's completely random, but I just know how to do more Dean lore. More Dean lore.
I could never learn that.
I know it's random and it's like not as cool as the shit that Tsuyo was saying, but it's just like I know random bullshit that's not gonna like affect like anything. But it's just like I've learned so many things just because like I'm always just like, okay, I learned this. That's why I'm getting like for the people who don't know behind the scenes, I'm learning music production. So if you see me become this big time music producer in the scene, not you know why.
You know, it's
you know. But you have my utmost respect because it seems like when you get really dedicated to something, you put your all into it. Like it just seems like you just get the amount of effort, time and effort that you put into stuff, whether it's your music, whether it's your manga, whether it's whatever you just happen to be working on, you 100%, like you will do your best to make to make it the best that it could possibly be. And I'm not saying that nobody out there doesn't. Like there's people like obviously whatever anybody does, they want to do it the best that they can. But it's just like you've been doing like I didn't realize this all started at such a fucking young age. You had that mindset of just like, okay, you were like a mogul empire in fucking 5th grade, but all the other kids were worrying about like fucking like cartoon, like what cartoons were playing and shit. So, but like you just seem like you have a different mindset compared to everybody else, and you've always had that grinders mindset almost.
So I've had big dreams since I was young,
and that's a W, dude. For anybody thinking that it's just like, oh, like I'm never gonna accomplish like what this or whatever it happens to be what you want to do. Like take Tsuyo for example, man. That motherfucker's learned fucking, like I said, manga, art. He was a mogul empire in the fucking 5th grade selling memes. It just seems like your dedication and to what you do is just like absolutely fucking unmatched, and just like your overall just work ethic. You always just try to do the absolute best. You always put your 100% into everything, and it 100% shows, man. Like I said, you're one of my favorites. Yeah, for a reason. I'm not ashamed to admit that, man to man. It's okay. It's okay to show love to the people that you respect and you admire. Don't ever forget that. But it's just you have my utmost respect for that, because that's exactly how I try to be. Where just like I try to give it my all, and into whatever the hell that I be doing, and it's just like seeing something like that from afar. It can be really motivated. It's like, okay, I see Tsuyo over there grinding. Now I feel like I gotta grind to almost like keep up, almost like just like
keep up with that person.
Yeah, so it's just like seeing that. I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like that's like a general consensus. Where it's just like they see somebody that they respect and they admire their work, them as a person, whatever. They just see them going crazy, working hard at what they do, whatever. That people like don't realize that's extremely motivational, and that can push a lot of people to push themselves even farther. And that's one thing that I take pride in, that is just like I see everybody else around me putting in work and doing all this whatever, that it's just like, okay, now I gotta do it, right? And you're one of those people that is just like, dude, this motherfucker is always doing something different, always doing something new. He's always like grinding, like he's always like in that business mindset. And
Always.
And it's just crazy to see, because like I said, it's just you're still crazy young, and it's just like the fact that you just like that's on the forefront of your mind at that age, bro, and you're not even like in your prime yet. That's fucking nutty, dude. That's fucking nutty. So shout out to you. Shout out to Tsuyo. Shout out to everybody out there who gives absolutely 100% whatever ventures that they might be doing, whatever. Shout out to you guys.
And, I couldn't do it without the people around me, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Family, my friends, like
accept the award. Accept the award. Give out your thank yous.
Yeah, you know, I to this word. Rumble World, of course. You know, Gods, Evade, Jamar, Marcel, Audie, Dark, all of them just like completely changed my life. Meeting them really created a brotherhood between us, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. No business mogul could anyone could like take me away from them, because they
absolutely
made my life a like something worth living in. Same with the Young Bucks. You know, you got Eclipse, Shinky,
the Young Bucks, bro. I just want to point out that I'm a honorary Young Buck, because unfortunately I didn't meet the age threshold, because apparently I'm ancient in this community, so I cannot physically classify myself as a Young Buck, but I'm an honorary one. That's
honorary Young Buck.
That's perfectly fine for me. I'm okay. I get that I'm ancient. I get that I'm ancient. I get just.
You're not ancient, but. You know,
what do you mean, but? No. What do you mean by but?
But you're so old, but like you're not ancient.
But speaking of like side ventures, like you've gotten like we just went over the you as the manga artist, right? But you also shared with me that you were also a voice actor at one
Yeah,
point.
that
At
was
one point in your life, bro. That's the one thing I was just like, wait a damn minute. What the fuck?
yeah.
So tell me, how did that start?
That
Because
was
if
a
I'm not
very
mistaken, you said that you voice acted in a Beyblade Abridged
played Birth the Bridge.
series.
I did, and it was not too many lines. And I think that was the only real voice thing that I did that actually like came out anywhere.
Yeah.
But I just remember, because as a kid, I was very ambitious. So if I
I
saw
could tell,
something
yeah.
cool, because my whole mindset, 'cause I'm the kind of person that does not believe in talent. I believe in hard work and dedication will get you anywhere in your
Absolutely.
life.
I live by the phrase, like hard work beats talent when talent doesn't
Yeah,
work hard enough. Th-
yeah.
th-
So I'm
like
always been like that.
I'm not like the best at anything, right? There's nothing that I'm the absolute best at, but I feel like my thing is that I'll outwork you.
Right.
That
Y'all like the one that outworks is usually the one
yeah,
that gets all the flowers at the end of the
absolutely.
day. So I always had that philosophy, and so I kind of like the idea of voice acting. It was a very short-lived thing that I did. I didn't have the equipment at the time, but now I'm thinking of actually getting back into it.
Mhm.
Since a friend of mine, I did a live dub. Actually, my friend Kagami that I made the one shot with, he has a manga being released called Crow, and it has 7 chapters out currently. It's a
Oh
really
shit.
good one. And I did a live dub with the characters and everything. I read
Mhm.
everything out in like different voices, and
Yep.
he my friend Johnny, who's also a manga artist, he was like, "Are you a professional voice actor?" I'm like, "I'm not," and he was like, "You could be one."
So wait, can I ask
And
when was this? Like, was this like just a couple years ago, or was this like
oh, this what I'm talking about right currently.
just like when like your voice acting arc in general?
Uh, it was a couple of years ago. It was in like 2018
Oh, okay, gotcha,
in
gotcha,
that
gotcha.
time frame.
Sounds good.
So it was a while ago, but I didn't have a microphone like this, so I lit. This is the funniest thing. So the microphones under your computer, right?
Oh, yep.
I I did all my voice acting stuff
There's
by
no
flipping up the
way.
and I'm
There's
okay. I
actually
was
no
so
fucking way,
dedicated to this. I was like, I want to do it no matter what,
dude.
and I
A
didn't
$10
care what it was.
microphone would have literally served you
It would
way
have saved
better.
me way more time, but I at the time broke, didn't know what Amazon was, or I did, but I didn't have an account, so I
Yeah,
couldn't just be like, oh, buy a mic right now, like I would right now.
yep.
But I used the bottom of my computer, and I would just
That's
literally be
crazy.
holding it, and it wasn't
Gotta
like
do
how
what you
my
gotta
laptop
do.
is now. I like it was a big size ass laptop, and I remember just like recording like this, where I was holding it up with 2 hands,
That's
recording on
wild.
Audacity. I'd click the button with my mouse while holding it. I'd click it, and then I do my lines, and then I do them over and over again to get the perfect take.
Yeah.
And then I remember sending it in, and it was like, yeah, this is great,
Yep.
because not too many lines. I had a very minor character role, but I did say some actual lines, and I remember the first line that I ever did in my voice acting journey was "I quit,"
Really?
because that was a line in the script, was my character saying "I quit."
Yeah.
So that was the only thing I said in the first episode was "I quit." That
Damn.
was my one line. And in the second episode, I had actual more lines to say. But after that, I kind of just forgot about voice acting. I It wasn't a big thing that I was wanting. Like I just want to kind of see how it would be like. But then I kind of I realized, I'm like, well, I don't have the equipment to like fully go into this and do it. But I have practiced for doing the VA stuff.
Mhm.
I've met some VAs type stuff. So
I
just
just didn't realize I was in the presence of a famous voice actor, man. Like this is huge.
I wish.
This is fucking.
I I would definitely like to get more into it, and make
We got the
that
next
kind of like
Amelie in here, bro. We got the next.
that's being generous. She's great though.
Yeah, no, she is.
But yeah, very short-lived journey because it wasn't like it was like a side quest almost.
Oh yeah, but it's still fucking dope because it's just like not everybody can say that they fucking voice acted. Like there might be people like trying to get into voice acting, but not very many people can say that they've actually been in something that's been like published and put out to the public. So that's fucking dope, man. Like I said, it just seems like you're always doing something different. Like I didn't realize you had all these like little side quests, and you've done all this shit on the side. Because for the longest time, obviously, like I said, like just like most people, they know you as the artist. And most people, and I'm glad that we talked about this because for the people who see this, it almost opens you up a little bit more to the people out there who didn't know. Right? Shout out to the people who are watching this who didn't know all this and they're finding this all out about Tsuyo for the first time and they all think it's badass and cool as fuck and they still go stream out all of his music on Spotify or any other streaming platforms that you use. Yeah. You got to get the shameless promos in there. But no, that's just fucking dope, man. Shout out to you, man, because like I said, that's some big stuff like voice acting and manga. Like that's some like stuff that not everybody can say that they do or have done before, let alone in the scene. Because I don't even know if there's anybody in this. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure there's a couple people who voice acted before. But in terms of like manga writing and shit and stuff like that, I don't know if there's anybody in the scene who's really.
You do have Shadow.
Yeah. My fault. I completely forgot. Yeah, Shadow's just an animal. Shadow's a fucking animal. Yeah. But this next question I'm gonna ask you. It's been a staple, right? And I think this will be the final question of the Peep Lounge. But it could be within Nerdcore, it could be mainstream. But who are some people that you just like you hope that you can work with at some point in your musical career, whether it be mainstream, whether it be Nerdcore, like it could be anybody. Like who are some people just like, oh, I really want to work. It could be producers, it could be musicians themselves, it could be anybody, just somebody that you've always seen yourself wanting to work with them. Like shoot your shot.
First things first. Danny DeVito. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Danny DeVito.
That's
He's my icon on Discord right now.
Just imagine just a random Danny DeVito cover. Like you get Danny DeVito to like scream for you on a song or something. Right. That would be crazy. That would be so fun. That would be like the wildest collaboration ever.
The wildest collaboration. But in all seriousness, I have a lot I could really name.
Name as many as you want.
A big one would be Danny Warsnop from Asking Alexandria.
Oh, that's a W fucking band. I'm actually going to see him. I'm actually going to see him in May because we're going to a concert. And I think they're one of the Asking Alexandria is one of the opening bands. So we're actually going to go see them live.
Really great.
Dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Actually, Danny, the lead, he inspired the way I scream. A lot of my screams are based off the way he does it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Big inspiration. If I had to name anybody else, there's so many I could just think about. I'm just like really thinking in my head. Fable.
Oh, dude, one. Fable and Tsuyo would go crazy, bro. That would be the fucking heavy. That would be the fucking heavy metal anthem of the year, bro. I'm telling you.
It would.
I'm telling you, that shit would feed families for eons.
Eons, bro. I would really hope. Hopefully, one day we get that.
Fable.
Maybe this
everybody take Fable in the comments. Everybody take Fable so we can see this.
Give him the comments. Let's get a collab together. I love his stuff. Let's
make this podcast or this specific episode blow up so Fable sees this and we get that it's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen. But let's make it happen sooner rather than later. Let's get Fable to see this. Everybody at Fable. Man. Everybody tweet at him on Twitter. I'm kidding. Don't harass the dude. Like
don't harass the dude for it.
But add him. Tell him to see this. Give him a timestamp so he can see. So he sees this. So he doesn't sit through fucking an hour of podcast if he doesn't want to. But let's make that happen, bro. Let's get the Tsuyo Fable Dream collab, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna happen at some point.
That probably Breaking Benjamin. They're a big band for
Oh,
me.
yes, sir.
I
Yes,
grew up with them.
sir.
They're one of the bands that I like literally grew up with. Like,
Absolutely.
and my favorite metalcore band, Bless the Fall, especially them. I missed out on seeing them last year. If they tour this year, I have to see them because that honestly, I wouldn't be doing the metalcore stuff in Nerdcore if it wasn't for them.
Oh,
Had I
damn.
not heard Witness, I wouldn't be doing it because I remember on my trip to Houston, I was just listening to the whole album and I was amazed by the riffs and the vocalist and everything in between. So definitely them. That's like a top 3 next to Breaking Benjamin. In terms of metal, just as a whole, probably Loathe. We got Loathe, Bad Omens.
Bad Omens is crazy. Shout out my girl for putting me on Bad Omens too.
Yeah, great band. Bring Me the Horizon.
W.
That's a big one for me.
Bring Me the Horizon is huge.
Now this is most people wouldn't agree, but I got into Bring Me the Horizon from their deathcore stuff.
Oh, really?
Not the more newer stuff.
Yeah.
I like the newer stuff, of course, but
yeah.
I got into them more for like the really heavy metal deathcore stuff that they did before.
Yep.
With Suicide Season, which is probably one of my favorite metal albums that I've ever
I need to get it.
Like
I've heard a couple of things from Bring Me the Horizon. I need to get into some more of their catalog for sure. For sure.
They have a great catalog. Their best work is probably Sempiternal because that a lot of bands take from that album. Because
oh, damn, really?
That's what started. Actually, that's what inspired Bad Omens. Was that album? I believe.
Oh, seriously?
I might be mistaken. Take a grain of salt. But yeah, Noah. What I remember him saying on like an interview, like one of his bigger
Mm-hmm.
inspirations was Ollie Sykes and Bring Me the Horizon, and like most of like the early Bad Omens stuff, like if you compare like early Bad Omens to now, they're not even the same band because like early Bad Omens was very much like Bring Me the Horizon type metalcore, like heavier like screams and all that. And yeah, I just like a lot of metal bands, but if it was just like other genres like JID.
Oh yeah, dude! I just peeped.
Yeah.
I just peeped a lot because I recently posted because I'm very. I listen to a lot of different shit, but I'm also very music illiterate. So I was posting. I was telling people, it's like, hey, post me some of your favorite albums. Give me some music. I want. It could be any genre. Just give me some good music. And shout out to what's his? He's a member of Nerdcore. Shout out to Ven. He's a big JID guy. And I was peeping a couple of JID's albums, bro. That motherfucker, dude. JID is so fucking
amazing.
Good.
He's one of my favorite
JID
rappers.
So good.
JID, Mac Miller. Mac
is
a big one for me.
Mac is huge. I love Mac.
I don't cry to music a lot, but he's one of the only artists in my whole life that has ever made me cry.
Dude, Mac is so good. Rest in peace to Mac.
Rest in peace to that man, bro.
But Mac is so good.
Inspired me to make music. Mac is a big one. J. Cole. I actually saw that you put Born Sinner, which is one of my favorite J. Cole albums.
Dude, Crooked Smile, bro. It's my favorite all-time J. Cole song, bro. I don't know what it is.
Actually, my favorite J. Cole song is the Illuminati.
Oh yeah, banger, fucking banger too. Yep, banger. Yeah. Yep, absolute fucking banger. I do, but that album, bro, I fucking love that album for so much. But so that's great, dude. I can't imagine, dude.
Oh, a weird one.
Oh,
a weird one. This is like a weird curveball. But
Taylor Swift.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen. Whoa, that's a name I haven't heard in so fucking long. Can I ask why? Because I feel like that would be a huge like I was talking about you and Rob being on two different ends of the spectrum. That's like even fucking farther.
She's an icon of just music.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Holla Back Girl. The Great Escape, Akon.
Oh, absolutely. Gwen Stefani has some hits, bro.
She has hits.
I haven't kept up. Does she still make music?
I'm not entirely sure because I'm more of a fan of her older stuff.
I was gonna say I listened to a lot of like her older stuff.
Stefani,
I haven't kept up with
she's
her
a big
anything
one
recently.
for me. Mariah Carey,
Oh,
is also a
W's,
big one for me.
absolutely. Don't forget
Um,
about us. Don't that dude. Sorry, I'm gonna go on a whole concert. I'm gonna go do
oh, concert Prince, TLC.
W.
Um, I'm a pretty big R&B guy, so like
Oh,
Neo and guys,
dude, if you're a
Donell
big
Jones. He's my
if you,
favorite.
if you're a big R&B guy, there's this guy that one of my friends told me to listen to. You might have heard of him because he was on a childhood TV show. But Leon Thomas.
Yes,
Leon Thomas is so good. I peeped his like the I know it's still probably like, I think it's still a couple like a year or two old, but I peeped his most recent album. That shit was so good. Because I didn't realize he was
Yeah.
still he made music outside of there, bro. So when they told me he's like, oh, you gotta peep the, I was like, he makes fucking music, dude. That shit's gas. That's
Yeah, you got like some more. You got like Boys to Men, Mint Condition.
yeah,
I'm actually a bit I'm a big this is more pop, but NSYNC. I'm a very
dude.
big
I'm
NSYNC
a
fan.
dude. Do not bring out the boy band lover in me, bro. I can whip out some boy band like nobody business.
Look, no, Backstreet,
Backstreet Boys,
Backstreet,
NSYNC, bro, dude.
NSYNC, Big Time Rush. Like,
Big Time Rush
yeah,
still,
I had.
dude. Did you peep the recent album? Did you peep that most
I
recent?
haven't. I'll need to do that.
Dude, it's
For
so
sure.
good. They got a couple bangers on there, bro. That I play to this day. But
Yeah.
dude, I fucking that's my secret love is boy. Don't tell anybody for like the.
I was gonna.
I know this is gonna be put out in public, but still, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I fuck with boy bands. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know. My taste in music is very.
Yeah, it's very.
It's all over the place
Yeah.
to the point where it's like I'll listen to pretty much anything.
Yep.
Like I think another curveball that I could low key give if I like some Tony Braxton. She's good.
Oh, yep.
Love Tony Braxton. There's a whole lot because I got names that like people recently wouldn't know. The Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, that's a class, bro. That's been
That's a classic one, but I love the
holy
Pussycat
shit.
Dolls.
That's crazy. I haven't heard from them in like 10 years.
Yeah, years. I was just listening to Buttons.
Oh, yep. Banger.
Like literally, like not even that long ago today, I was listening to Buttons. So I'm a pretty big fan of that. I'm just kind of like looking through.
Yep.
Just like Jasmine Sullivan, she's good. There's a whole lot I could say. Daughtry, more. They're not like country. They're country-ish.
Don't
Simple
dude,
Plan.
my family loves fucking Daughtry, bro. Like legitimately.
Daughtry is great.
I'm being so dead ass. This is not a me. My mom's phone wallpaper is Chris Daughtry.
Is Chris Daughtry? Yeah.
Is Chris like my sister and my mom in particular, they have this infatuation. Like they're always like they've been to so many Chris Daughtry concerts, and it's just like I don't mind him. Like a lot of the stuff that I heard, I haven't listened to any of his like recent stuff. Like I remember like back way back in the day.
They're more metal now.
I was gonna say I think my sister played something because me and my girl were here with my sister here, and she played some Chris Daughtry or whatever, and it was more like the heavier style.
Heavier style.
But
stuff.
it's just like shout out to Chris Daughtry too. He's been doing this shit for forever. But my entire family
Forever.
fucking loves the fucking Chris Daughtry, bro. So don't even get me
still
don't
doing
even
it
get
till
me
this
started.
day. I think the biggest two collabs that I would love to do, because the biggest one, like number one, if there was anyone, Chino Marino, Deftones, or just in general Deftones.
Oh,
I'm a very
Deftones will
big
go crazy.
Deftones guy.
Yep.
White Pony, Koi no Yokon, Around the Fur.
Damn. So he's
I
just
love all
listing
those
those
albums.
suckers. He listing them suckers.
Yeah,
He's putting it out there, bro.
Played those
He's-
albums like multiple times.
Absolutely, yeah.
Their whole discography. I was in their top 0.0001%. 1 year for listeners. I had listened to Deftones for 5K hours
What? Damn, bro. That's fucking
in
wild.
that year.
That year?
Yeah, that year, just that 1 year.
That's
Every day
wild.
I'd pretty much be just like bumping Deftones like over and over again during school. When
That's
I got back home,
crazy.
doing choir, like a big Deftones guy. And if it was like a second pick, probably Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh,
'Cause
yep.
they're a really good band to me, and
Yep.
they're a part of the reason as to me getting into metalcore. They were the first band I really heard. Tears Don't Fall,
Mhm.
All the Things I Hate About You, or All These Things I Hate About You, songs like that.
Yep.
4 Words. Just like I had just like heard that stuff, and like I was like, I would love to collab with these people one day.
That'd be dope, bro.
Disturbed.
Oh, Disturbed would go crazy.
Another one.
Can you
I
imagine
love
Tsuyo
that.
doing the wah, like fucking live for 4? Dude, I can't even do it. I can't even fucking do it. Wah.
Yeah, it's fucking. I would love to fucking do that, but yeah, those are.
Dude, that's a W,
Yeah,
bro. That's
those are
that's a
my collabs.
W. Like you touch like almost every genre. Like no, I'm not gonna say there's a shit ton of genres, but you lifted off just a different like variety of fucking genres while doing that. And honestly, as wild as somebody like Gwen Stefani or somebody like that might be, but I'm down to like if Gwen Stefani hits you up tomorrow and be like, hey, let's work out, bro. That'd be
yes,
so wild.
down.
But I'd be so down, bro, to see what kind of shit you would cook up. 100%. But no, Tsuyo, I don't have anything more for you, man. I think this is the end. So I appreciate you being the very third guest on the Peep Lounge. I appreciate you.
Guest, third and best guest.
Oh, and third and hey, he said it. Hey, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. If you guys have a problem with it, you guys can take that publicly, so we can get some more nerdcore drama up in here. No, I'm kidding. No, but Tsuyo, before we send her off, you take a little time, promote anything that you want to promote, put it out there. If you got anything you want to promote, show, make sure people check out anything like that. Go ahead, take some time to yourself, promote it.
Okay. If you don't already know, my handle is Tsuyo, or on any social media, my handles are Tsuyo Official. I make rock and metal related music. Sometimes I switch it up with some more just rap stuff or some cinematic stuff. So it varies. What I would like to promote is kindness amongst your peers. Always respect everyone.
Absolutely.
Stand on business, basically. But don't be a dick about it. Be kind to everyone. Show people who you are, but be respectful while doing so. Always love thy neighbor. Love everyone around you. We need more love in this world. So,
Absolutely.
always tell your loved ones that you love them, even if.
Motherfucker's stealing my lines, bro. Motherfuckers out here stealing my lines.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I
right,
swear
though.
to God.
I say this every day. But just love everybody. Like just love. It's so important. Give the closest person to you a hug when you see them. Type stuff, just like simple
Absolutely.
things like that can make the world difference for a person that could be going through a lot.
Mhm.
Also, free Palestine. Not trying to be
No. Hey, preach whatever you got to preach.
Free
man.
Palestine.
Yeah, free.
Free the hostages in Gaza. Donate to your local charities if you can for that. For Palestine, and yeah.
W,
That's
man.
all I gotta say.
W, everybody, go follow Tsuyo. Go check him out on all the YouTube streaming platforms, all that jazz. Go show him some love. He's an absolute, like I said, he's got my utmost respect. He's one of my favorites in the scene currently, and just in general, period. So shout out to Tsuyo. Like I said, thank you for appearing for the 3rd episode. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to come do this, because I know you were absolutely busy. That Fortnite grind was fucking. I know you must have been working really hard on the grind today, but I appreciate you taking time to do this. Guys, like I said, go check out Tsuyo. Go check out all of his stuff, and let me know down in the comments, who is somebody you want to see on episode 4. Put it down in the comments. Let me know who you guys want to see on episode 4. But with that being said,
I want to see Madonna on episode 4.
I'll try to get Madonna. I'll try to get Madonna just for you. So just because you asked that, I'll try to make it. But with that being said, guys, make sure you guys are staying safe, taking care of yourself, telling a loved one that you love them, because at the end of the day, you ain't never know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.